Still living it today, but you don't know what tomorrow brings. Still in this crazy world, people down in last life every day. You read about it in the news, but you don't believe it. You won't know about it. And then man in the land black hole, knocks on your door. Cause first is meeting, I swear I
Hello and good morning. Actually, it is 1:12 p.m. Nigerian time. That is 12 minutes after 1. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. Today, we are going to talk about the issue of heterogeneous amalgamation and heterogeneous union. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. There have been a lot of disadvantage of heterogeneous union in the whole world, especially in Nigeria, as a point of a contest to this concept. And in today's video, I'm going to expose so many things to you, why the situation in Nigeria will never get better. It is not a cause. It is something that we know right from time, that this thing is not going to work. And we'll continue to preach this, truth to people so that people will understand where we are as a nation. And now, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Everything we are seeing in Nigeria today is a product of the amalgamation of Nigeria. A lot of people will say, how long can you blame the Britain? How long can you blame these new colonies? How must we blame them continually? Why must we continue to blame these people? Are they the causes of our problem? Absolutely, yes. Like I used to say, if you are solving a mathematical question, when you miss one number at the premise, you are not going to arrive at the answer. That is just it. How can you amalgamate people who are not the same, who are not the same culture, the same value system? Nothing, they are not one. And you amalgamated them together and you believe that everything is going to be fine, that everything will just be moving fine. That is the causes of what we are seeing today. Now, you see, I came across this on the internet before, where so many people were queuing line to take 1 tuber of yam. The other day, it was APC chieftain in Lagos State that was sharing one loaf of bread to people who are hungry, just 1 loaf, and people are nearly dying because they are just there waiting to collect 1 loaf, 1 loaf of bread because of hunger. And today, look at what is still going on. All these things are the effects of amalgamation. Just take it. This is the effects of hunger. People are going to look at it. People are hungry. Look at the queue. Look at the queue over there. We are just waiting for them to collect yam. Look at the queue. One tuber of yam, just one. Only one.
Let me draw this money. Okay.
You see, this is a weapon the politician used to control you people. This is the weapon politicians normally use to control people who are hungry, giving them one tuber of yam. What a pity. This is a strong weapon, but a lot of people don't know. A very powerful weapon to control your people. They make you to be poor. They make sure they control you so much. All these things are the negative effect of amalgamation. I will tell you that for free. And I'm going to establish the part in this video. I'm not against that someone is sharing food to the poor. I'm not against that. But a politician is the one sharing this. One tuber of yam to his people. Embezzling their money after taking what belongs to them. All this nonsense must stop. And we cannot continue like this. Yes. A politician gathered these people. First of all, in last week, it happened in Lagos State where APC chieftain gathered people. He bought one loaf of bread. You know, they distributed one loaf of bread to them. I'm not against that someone is giving to the poor. But what is paining me here is that, you see, they are lining up. They are happy that they are conducting one yam. But they are not asking question. The person giving you one yam, the person have collected even the money they're supposed to build hospitals for you, the money they're supposed to build industries for you, the money they're supposed to do a lot of things for you. These are the negative effect of amalgamation, and the country is not going forward. Now, let me go straight to the point. There is a viral video going on how a Lebanese woman, a woman from Lebanon, was saying about the effect of heterogeneous amalgamation. She was saying that Lebanon was mostly Christians. In other words, a Christian nation before, that they accepted Palestinian refugees. They accepted them into the country like what Nigeria accepted Fulanese into Nigeria. Now, after accepting them, as I speak to you today, Lebanon has a church building in their country. It has turned to a Christian country. This woman was talking about you should not join people who don't have the same values together. Don't join people together that doesn't believe in one thing. That was how everything about Lebanon, they cripple their country, they take over their country, the people that they render help to. And it is the same thing Nigeria is witnessing where the Fulanese are. Buhari imported Bororo Fulanese into Nigeria. And as I speak to you, these people are already taking up. These people are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. Get the fact, Lady. We have Nigeria Fulanese, what Bororo Fulanese. Nigeria Fulanese is never terrorized. But these people they imported into Nigeria are the ones who are terrorizing. Now, we are going to dig deep into the danger of this heterogeneous amalgamation. Why the likes of Nnamdi Kanu will be always, vindicated, because he knows what he was talking about, and he was talking about a just thing. And I think when everyone is tired about this situation, we all maybe return back and start reasoning, because as Nigeria is now, even the people who are suffering are not reasoning. Let me take you to this video of this lady. Pay attentive to the words she's going to say. We are going to come back to explain in details what she said.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. My name is Brigitte Gabriel, and I wanted to share with you my story. I realized yesterday when I put a post about my background that many of my new followers and people who know me as a political commentator who's always commenting on political events and current events that a lot of people have no idea about my background and why I am so passionate speaking the way I speak. But let me share with you my background, and you'll understand where this passion comes from, and why this week has been so difficult for me watching what's happening in the Middle East. You see, I was born and raised in Lebanon, which used to be the only majority Christian country in the Middle East. We were open-minded, we were fair, we were tolerant, we were multicultural. We prided ourselves on our multiculturalism. We had open borders. We welcomed everyone into our country because we wanted to share with them the westernization which we had created in the heart of the Middle East. Lebanon became Paris of the Middle East, banking capital of the Middle East. Unfortunately, all that began to change when we accepted a wave of refugees into our country, people who did not share our values, but wanted to use Lebanon as a launching pad to kill the Jews and drive them into the sea. Lebanon was the only country in the Arabic world that accepted the third wave of Palestinian refugees. When they came to our country, they wanted to destroy our country. They ended up destroying our country. My 9/11 happened to me in 1975, when radical Islamic Palestinians blew up my home, bringing it down, burying me under the rubble wounded. I ended up in a hospital for 2.5 months. And as I laid in a hospital bed, hooked up to IVs, I would ask my parents, why did they do this to us? And my parents would tell me, because we are Christians, they consider us infidels and they want to kill us. So I learned since I was a 10-year-old little girl that I am wanted dead simply because I was born into the Christian faith and lived in a Christian town. We ended up leaving the hospital and coming back home, but my home was no longer the home I left. I ended up living in a bomb shelter underground in an 8x10 room without electricity, without water, and very little food. And that's where I lived for the next 7 years of my life, from the age of 10 till the age of 17, robbed of my youth. The Palestinian Islamists cut off all water supplies to our town, cut off electricity, cut off food. In order for us to go out and get some greenery, we would go out and dig out dandelions and different greenery that grew around our bomb shelter, because it was the only salads we had to eat. To get some water, we would crawl into a nearby spring to get some water, because we were surrounded by Islamic Palestinian snipers shooting at us. And every time we left our bomb shelter to the spring to get water, we would say our last goodbyes, because we did not know if we're going to come back alive or dead just to get some water. This became my existence. I remember a few years into the war, in the beginning we thought it's going to be a couple weeks, and then everybody's going to see the massacres that the Palestinians are doing to the Christians in Lebanon, how they put their heads together with the Muslims in Lebanon and declare jihad on the Christians, the massacres of children, the slaughter, even the crucifixion of Christian men on crosses. One of the famous city massacres was in the city of the Moor in Lebanon, where they massacred the whole town. This barbarism, this Palestinian barbarism, is not new. My father would say, all the Christian nations are going to wake up and see what's happening to Lebanon, to the Christians, and they're going to come save us. But nobody came, and the world forgot about us. I remember 3 years after living in the bomb shelter, I was 13 years old, and one of our militia, one of our Christian friends stopped by. And he said to me, Brigitte, we heard a lot of chatter on the radio, and we believe tonight we are going to be slaughtered. And he said, if I don't see you tomorrow, I wish you a merciful death. And he left. And I remember at the age of 13, dressing in my Sunday best, my Easter dress, because I wanted to look pretty, because I knew that when they come to slaughter me, there would be no one to bury me. And I wanted to look pretty when I'm dead. And I remember my mother combing my long black hair as I sobbed, begging her, I don't want to die. I'm only 13 years old. Please do something. I don't want to die. And there was nothing my mother could say to me. And I remember sitting in the corner of our bomb shelter, and my father started reading from Psalms. I shall walk into the valley of death and fear no evil, for thou art with me. And my parents said to me, when they come to slaughter us tonight, we will create a distraction. You're an only child. You're a young child. We lived a long life. We will create a distraction, and you just run towards Israel, run towards the Israeli border, and don't look back. You see, we knew if we run to the Jews and beg for help, the Jews are not going to slaughter us, because we had more shared values with them than we had with the Muslims. Thank God I did not have to make that decision that night, because that's the night when Israel came in physically into Lebanon and established the security zone and kicked out the radical Islamic Palestinian element that surrounded our town. And Israel set up artillery bases in the hills surrounding our town. And that's how we survived for another 5 years, until 1982, when Israel invaded Lebanon, working with the Christians, trying to help the Christians take back their country, take back their democracy, and kick out the radical Islamic element that had taken control of the country at that time. We had 11 Islamic terrorist organizations operating out of Lebanon, including the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And Israel finally ended up kicking Yasser Arafat and his cronies all the way to Tunisia. And that's how we came out of the bomb shelter and back to rebuilding our lives. I ended up moving to Israel in 1984 and becoming a news anchor for World News in the Middle East, covering world events, because I wanted to make it my life's mission to fight evil, to understand how can people hate so much to commit such atrocities. My life story is detailed in a book titled Because They Hate. A survivor of Islamic terrorism warns America. The book sold over 1 million copies. It came out in 2006. I encourage you to read it. I encourage you to order it so you can understand why I fight terrorism, why I speak with such passion and conviction. People who watch me debate people and fight people and care less about the labels people throw at me. They call me radical. They call me a hater. I don't hate anybody. I pray for the Middle East. Today I'm praying for the Jews, for the Palestinians, for the Lebanese, for the innocent people who are dying or who are going to die because of the work of Hamas, because of the work of Hezbollah, because of the work of Iran, because of the crazy radicals who want to kill, who want to create mayhem on the world. We must stand up against barbarism. Barbarism done in the name of any people, of any religion, is not acceptable. Barbarism is when you shoot babies in their cribs. Barbarism is when you decapitate babies. Barbarism is when you rape women and kill them. Barbarism is when you kidnap old grandmas and you kidnap children and you put them in cages with the sole purpose of torturing them and killing them. This is barbarism, unacceptable under any name, from any people, from any religion. That's why the good people need to stand up against terrorism, against Islamic terrorism.
All right. If you are just joining now, good morning or good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. This is 1:30 p.m. Nigeria time. Now, the lady you watch right now, she is a Lebanese woman, and she was telling us about the story of her life and her country in Lebanon. Lebanon was a Christian country, she said. Majority of the population in Lebanon, they were Christians. She started narrating how they accepted the Palestinians into their country. And they gave them everything they want, like, feel free, we are brothers, we can live together. They never knew that they were making one of the greatest mistakes of their life. And what happened? These people, one after the other, they started expanding with their religion. They started killing them, calling them infidel, because they don't have the same value system. And I am trying to tell Nigerians that you people should listen to this lady. How many of you can recall through the history that a country like Turkey was a Christian country, but today there is no single church in Turkey any longer? I'm not against any religion. I'm not against any tribe, but I'm fighting heterogeneous amalgamation in the whole world, not only in Nigeria. It has killed a lot of people. It is the reason why people are fighting wars every day. Heterogeneous amalgamation is one of the greatest evil, because people who don't have the same culture, the same mindset, like, let me give you an example. For those of you who are married already, no one can force you to marry someone you don't want to marry. And that is the problem we are facing today. How can someone be forced to get married to someone you don't want to marry to? And they are forcing you into it, and they say, if you get out of that marriage, we are going to kill you. And they are killing people who are getting out of the marriage. And the same marriage is also killing them. People are in bondage in this world, and it seems that nobody understands what is going on. So the lady was so furious, emotional, trying to explain what they went through. No, their house was leveled with bomb. And that is what is going on in Nigeria. Buhari imported Fulani, Bororo Fulanis into Nigeria. I don't know the purpose why he imported them. And ever since then, Nigeria has never been the same. And I am surprised because Nigerians are not asking questions. Ask necessary questions. What is going on? Why is it that our parents are no longer going to farm? That is the same thing this lady is trying to explain. So what is happening in Nigeria right now is a template of what they have used in another country. Listen to me. I said what is happening in Nigeria right now is a template that they have used in another country. If it has happened in Turkey, it has happened in Lebanon, it has happened in so many parts of the world, what makes you think it's not going to happen in Nigeria? It is bound to happen, and it is going to happen. So this lady is saying that in our own country, the greatest mistake we made was to accept these people as a refugee into our country. And they expanded, they take over, they kill us, they chase us out. And that is what is happening now. The spread of all these Bororo Fulanis that Buhari imported into Nigeria, mind you, not indigenous Fulanis, if they are, but I'm talking about the Bororo Fulanis, according to what Naya Barebe said on Arise News. I am saying this with so much pain, with so much sincerity, because I know the pain people are passing through in the villages. I know the pain people are passing through in Nigeria because of this so-called agenda. And people will hear it and say, oh, forget, you have come with this. Why are you people talking like this? But it has happened. It's happening already. This lady is just telling you everything that transpired in Lebanon. How Lebanon was taken over by all these barbaric elements. Everything she said, killing of children, bombing, doing everything, is that not what is going on in Nigeria? Yeah, that is what is going on. The incumbent, the current Zamfara state governor said, I don't even know why these people are killing. They are even killing the poor, chasing people out, chasing villages out. Oh, you don't know why they are chasing them out. That is what this Lebanese woman is now explaining to you people. That look at the same thing happened to us. This lady now, as I'm talking to you, they live in Israel. They can't go back to their ancestral home any longer. And the same thing is going on in Nigeria. A lot of people cannot go back to their ancestral homes. If we talk, they say we are not patriotic. How can you be patriotic to death? You have a right to live, but these people won't give you the right to live. They are bent in taking away your life. The other day, I told you people that almost the whole Nigerians are in the death row. Yeah, we are in the death row. And what happened? After making that video, the following day, in my local government here, 2 people were also kidnapped. As in, every day and now and then. And what pains me most is that people are yet to understand what is going on. Things are really going on. Things are really going on. And we have a corrupt leaders from the top to bottom. Corruption has killed almost all of them. You see what is going on in Nigeria? When a criminal element will be arrested, that criminal will never go to jail. That criminal will never go to jail. People knows this issue of Bobrisky now expose a lot of things. And Buba Galadima was asking Shehu Sani that people will be arrested in Nigeria, they will not go to jail. They will tell you that they are in jail. They will tell you that they are in jail, but they will put them in apartment, in luxury. And all those things they are doing to these people, why can't they do it to others? Why can't they do it to others? Someone like Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention there, even though he's not worried about his state due to his courage and what he wants. But what about others? But the main people who committed crime are there in the luxury home. Buba Galadima was asking Shehu Sani of Chinese television this question. Is it not? Have you heard about this Bobrisky scandal?
The allegations of the
is it allegation?
Allegations that some officers
is this in the Ministry of
Interior? Yes, Interior. It's under the House of Reps is probing it. It's under the Ministry of Interior, the National Correctional Service.
Do you know that they can sentence you and don't go to prison in Nigeria? Oh my God! Do you know that you can pay money to be pardoned?
It happens really. So you can bribe your way.
Asking me.
So you know a lot. I'm just a young person, so you've seen a lot and you've heard a lot, and you're a very powerful man in this country.
This is very contemporary.
Yes, so I don't know everything. So I'm learning that there in a Nigeria that will belong.
Can you tell me? Yeah, you know why I'm laughing? Buba Galadima was asking Shehu, do you know that they can jail you without going to jail in this country? Do you know that you can pay money not to go to jail in this country? Shehu is doing like novice. Who is he afraid of? So you don't know? No. Let me listen to it again. Is it not? Have you heard about this Bobrisky scandal?
The allegations of the
is it allegation?
Allegations that some officers
is this in the Ministry of
Interior? Yes, Interior. It's under the House of Reps is probing it. It's under the Ministry of.
Is it allegation? Is it allegation? That question is a question that Shehu has not answered. Is that an allegation? Is that an allegation? That is the question. Is that an allegation? And I think someone, please write it on comment section. This issue of Bobrisky, is it an allegation? Someone should write it there on the comment section for me if you know the answer. Is it an allegation? Is it not? Have you heard about this Bobrisky scandal?
The allegations of the.
Is it allegation?
Allegations that some officers
is this in the Ministry of
Interior? Yes, Interior. It's under the House of Reps is probing it. It's under the Ministry of Interior, the National Correctional Service.
Do you know that they can sentence you and don't go to prison in Nigeria? Oh my God! Do you know that you can pay money to be pardoned?
It happens really. So you can bribe your way.
Asking me.
So you know a lot. I'm just a young person, so you've seen a lot and you've heard a lot, and you're a very powerful man in this country.
This is very contemporary.
Yes, so I don't know everything. So I'm learning that there in a Nigeria that will belong.
Can you tell me? Until we begin to tell ourselves the truth in this country, nothing is going to work. Nothing absolutely is going to work. Now, Shehu is telling Buba Galadima, you're a powerful man in this country. Tell us. Then the powerful man in this country is telling you that, do you know that they can sentence you and you will not go to prison? Do you know that you can pay money not to get sentenced or not to go to prison? Shehu was just trying to run away from. This is what we know right from time now. Shehu, Now, what we know right from time, now what they go on. That is what is happening. So, you know why I'm saying this? The corruption in Nigeria will enable what this lady said to work easily. This Lebanese woman was telling you that, look at my country, Lebanon, we were majority Christian country, and we accepted these people into our country. Look at how they took away our country, and they wanted to use us to wipe away Israel. She was saying this in pain. For the benefit of those people who are just coming in, so that they will not misunderstand what I'm saying, this is the lady I'm talking about.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. My name is Brigitte Gabriel, and I wanted to share with you my story. I realized yesterday when I put a post about my background that many of my new followers and people who know me as a political commentator who's always commenting on political events and current events, that a lot of people have no idea about my background and why I am so passionate speaking the way I speak. But let me share with you my background, and you'll understand where this passion comes from, and why this week has been so difficult for me watching what's happening in the Middle East. You see, I was born and raised in Lebanon, which used to be the only majority Christian country in the Middle East. We were open-minded, we were fair, we were tolerant, we were multicultural. We prided ourselves on our multiculturalism. We had open borders. We welcomed everyone into our country because we wanted to share with them the westernization which we had created in the heart of the Middle East. Lebanon became Paris of the Middle East, banking capital of the Middle East. Unfortunately, all that began to change when we accepted a wave of refugees into our country, people who did not share our values, but wanted to use Lebanon as a launching pad to kill the Jews and drive them into the sea. Lebanon was the only country in the Arabic world that accepted the third wave of Palestinian refugees.
All right. Let it not be that I'm repeating what I've played before, but it's just for the benefit of people who are just coming in now. So this is the lady I'm talking about. Maybe later when you will watch the video, you will see where I played the video. So this lady was narrating everything that went on in their country. And that is the same thing we are telling Nigerians, that there are so many people who are not Nigerians. They are not a citizen. They are not citizens of this country. That they were imported into this country to do, I don't know their mission, but their mission is what we are beginning to see. There are so many villages, they are chasing them away. Whether you are poor, you are rich, they don't care to know your status. But all they care about is that take them out, kill them. They are infidels. That is what the lady was trying to explain. That she's a Lebanese. She came from Lebanon. That in the 60s, 70s, while she was growing up, they used to go to church, do everything. Lebanon was populated, majorly populated with Christians, was a Christian country, and they accepted Palestinians into their country. As brothers, they lived them to build their mosques, do everything, and these people now chase them out of the country. They level their houses with bombs and so on and so forth. And that is exactly the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. I'm not saying this because of anything. When you look at this video in your screen, that is just exactly what I'm trying to explain. These are people's homes. They chase them out. Ask question, why is it that these people were chased out of their ancestral homes? That is what that Lebanese woman was saying. That they accepted these people to their country and they chased them away. They killed them. They do all sort of things against them. And look at, the same thing is happening in Nigeria. It was Buhari. Buhari was the one who imported these Bororo Fulanese with gun. He armed them. He used them for election and so on and so forth. And ever since then, those people have been bringing their brothers time with that number. We have been saying this, and it seems that nobody is understanding what we are saying. This is very unfortunate. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. we are opening our line right now. A lot of people have been calling before, but because of the analysis we are making, we have not been able to open the line. So now the line is open. You can call in to let us know what you think about what is going on in Nigeria and across the world. Heterogeneous amalgamation cannot work. Two people cannot live together except they be agreed. It has never happened and it will not happen. The two people don't have the same ideology, the same value system, the same constitution. They don't believe in anything. If you bring them together, you are just trying to cause war. And that is what is going on in Nigeria. Let us have our first contact. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Or good afternoon.
Yes, it's good morning on my side and good afternoon on your side. How are you, Mr. Okocha? Thank you so much. This is
I am fine.
A very hot topic and also a very sensitive topic. Danger of heterogeneous amalgamation.
All right, Ma, please tell the viewers, I know who is talking already. Tell the viewers your name and where you are calling from.
Oh, I am Madam Origin. I'm calling from the United States, and I answer Madam Origin for a very, very significant reason.
All right.
It's a choice name.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this very important topic.
Thank you
very
so much.
Important.
Thank you.
Yes, God will continue to bless you and strengthen you for what you are doing for the people.
Thank you so much.
See, but my question that I keep asking myself, I said, between the criminals in Nigeria and the well-meaning people in Nigeria, who are the fools? It looks like we chose to be fools. We chose to be fooled. There is no single atom of truth from the federal government of Nigeria.
At all.
Or the people I call the elders. I have them all in one bucket. No single atom of truth. There is no, believe Nigerian government at your own peril. Believe Nigerian media at your own peril. Look at the respected Shehu, how he was fumbling because he had not faced the truth. They cannot speak truth. All they do, they come out every day to cover up lies. They are in the business of cover up. Cover up.
And
business of cover up.
Media work supposed to be opposite of it.
Sorry?
I said the media work supposed to be opposite of it.
Yes. They lie, they rely the lie, they make institutionalize the lie, and they defend their lies. Shemu talking and saying he does not know he's a young man or he's a small. Even children in the womb know the level of atrocity and evil that is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
All they do is vilify the right people. Anybody that is saying the right thing, that person is at risk. It is evil. And anybody that is trying to, and for crying out loud, there will always be criminals ready to be used.
Yeah.
At all times. Example is Imo State governor. That man is pure evil. But Imo State, they are condoning him. You see a lot of them, they don't want to say anything. Is it not people that allow themselves to be voted in as APC 27/27? No shame. You see, there is something I want to include in this submission. For those of us and those, that are worried, you're talking about one Nigeria.
Sorry, ma. I was not hearing you before. You said
Say
those.
It again.
Yeah, you said those who were talking about one Nigeria.
Yes, it's a lie that was sold to the people.
Okay.
Because everything that surrounds that name Nigeria is a lie. It's deception. And I bring it to us. Let me give you Europe. Europe as it were. Italy has the population of Italy as the one I wanted to use, the 2022 or the 2022 this census. They are 58.9 million people. How many? What is the population of the Igbo people? And their GDP is about 2.5 trillion overall. And you look at a country like Sweden that we all are running to. Population, I think the population will include all the people that came in, 10.4.
Wow.
And their GDP is 591. And you look at, let me use Croatia, 3.8. And what is the population of Edo? 5 million. And these people are chickening inside a hot water that is consuming everybody, and nobody wants to lift up their head. The other time when Edo was doing election, there was one that came. They called him honorable, and they were defending evil. And I asked the young man, I said, what stopped you from delivering your state, your people? You are talking from two sides of your mouth, condemning Nnamdi Kanu, a man that stood. You always be vilified when you're saying the truth in that Nigeria. Now he was supporting the man that cannot speak English, does not know his left from his right. I say, is that not a shame? That is what the problem is. The people need to sit up and smell the coffee and know that this thing is consuming, it is swallowing the people. We must need to be wise. And that Nigeria is a lie. Let me say it again. Nigeria is a lie. Look at what is going on. Everybody from the federal government to the police, they are all against the people. Because the system that is controlling them is the system that is against indigenous people of Nigeria. We need to smell the coffee. We need to wake up and stop believing lies. We can survive on our own. I rest it there, Mr. Marcel. God bless you.
All right.
Open.
Madam Origin, I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution and sincerity.
Thank you.
All right. Let's have our next caller. All right, so that was a caller, Madam Origin, condemn from America, saying that both the policemen, everybody, they are against the people, and that is not far from the truth. Like this morning, I was going through what is going on in Rivers State. I was listening to Siminalayi Fubara, the Cuban governor of Rivers State, I listened to him like I was feeling so bad. That police is like a controlling tool of the politicians. These are the effects of one Nigeria. Now, the reason why the Rivers people are about to suffer, the reason why the Rivers people are about to experience crisis is not because of any of them in Rivers. It's because of Tinubu, who won Rivers State. He wants Rivers State so that, if election will hold in 2027, if Nigeria State exists in 2027, he will have ways and means to rig himself back to the power. Sorry. That is just what is transparent in Rivers State. And all these things are effects of amalgamating people who are not the same. Tell me, what is going on in Rivers State is not because of, Wike Fubara. Wike had agreement with Tinubu. The agreement is that I am going to give you this state again 2027. Either you give me Minister of Petroleum or Minister of FCT. Tinubu said, I'm not giving anybody Minister of Petroleum. Take Minister of FCT. It's an agreement. And Tinubu will do everything to help Wike to secure the state, the structure. And this local government election is about to cripple Wike's structure. That is what they are fighting. I was listening to Fubara. I said, oh my goodness, people will think that this is a Rivers crisis. What is going on in Rivers State is not a Rivers crisis. It is a crisis that has been going on internally. It's all about 2027 election. Take a listen to Simindai Fubara.
Is it DC operation brought them here to withdraw the policemen that are already here protecting this place, so that new officers will take over the place? But I have to say this on a very strong note. We've been taking enough nonsense from this institution. Everybody is aware of the court judgment, and even the judgment as they call it, the ruling. Did the ruling specify anywhere that the election should not hold? He said, don't give voters register. What are we doing with it? Okay, police, don't provide security. Don't provide security. Is this the same thing as blocking the election? I don't know what the relationship between Inspector General of Police and one person who claims he has so much power in this state. I don't know the relationship, because it's beginning to go beyond the normal professional relationship. I said the government wrote a letter with the judgment that we have to him, and what he's acting on is what he called the federal government, the judgment he got from the Federal High Court. Even at that, if we should go by that, the judgment in the Federal High Court, did he say election should be bad? Lifu, that's that justice that gave that fraudulent judgment. Did he say no election? Rather, it technically said, don't provide. We don't need your security. We will provide our own security. After all, it happened in Anambra. Go and work with your security. But this election must hold. If you like whatever it is you want to do, do it. The election result will be declared. People will be sworn in. I say it here. What kind of a country is it? And when it comes to the issue of Rivers State, it becomes different. You're not ashamed of yourself. You call yourself Inspector General of Police. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I will be here. In fact, if I go back and I hear anybody, I will come here. This is my property. And you don't have any power whatsoever to bar me from entering it. Yes. Just try it. That part of your history as a very wicked and fraudulent Inspector General of Police will include shooting Fubara. Yes. I think I've given you enough respect. Well, let me say it to all Rivers indigents, everyone residing in Rivers State, election will hold. Yes. Yes. Election will hold. Yes. Anything that wants to happen, let it happen. We are here. All other states did, yes. We are here. I don't understand. I'm not going anywhere. We don't fear anybody. We are here. All other states did, yes. So,
yes, Fubara deserves his flowers. You hear me right? Fubara deserves his flowers. Let me tell you, we are not in the same country. Nobody should be normal in Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody should be normal in Nigeria because we are not in a normal country. How can you be normal in this abnormal situation? How can you be normal when your president is not normal? How can you be normal when your policemen and women are not normal? How can you be normal when even your military, your politician, nobody is normal in Nigeria. Almost everybody in Nigeria, we are all insane, including me. So nobody should be normal. Because if you want to be normal, you will die for nothing. In a situation where a country breeds people who are committing error every day, nobody should remain normal in this so-called Nigeria. Because Nigerians are already, has killed us. I will not say Nigeria is killing us. Nigeria has killed us, our finances, our morals, whom we are, our culture. People have been chased out of their ancestral homes. What is left? What is there that people have not passed through in Nigeria? That is the situation over there. I love the courage of Semendaye Fubara. Yeah, anything that you want to do, do it. And he was not trying to be politically correct. He was telling the Inspector General of Police, you are most corrupt and fraudulent IG. That is the way things are. Speak out the way it is. Nobody will kill you. If you die, you are not the first person that died. I am tired of seeing people who are politically correct, this and that. People who they will come and tell you, no, let's doing like this, let us not talk, because if we talk, they will come against us, blah, 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 blah. You will die for nothing. Nobody should be normal in this country. Anyway, our lines are open. Let's have our next caller. Hello, sir.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell the viewers your name and where you are calling from.
My name is Bright. I'm calling from USA.
Thank you, Mr. Bright, for joining us. We appreciate.
All right. Okay, I'm trying to work out, but let me just make contribution because I don't normally get in touch with you.
Okay.
The problem we always be talking about without understanding for how many years Nigeria is going through.
Okay.
In the first place, it has been established.
Okay.
International arena.
Wait. You said number one, it has been established in where?
On international level, Nigeria is being federal government.
We are not hearing you very well like before.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Very good. We can hear you better now.
Okay. The what I read is that the federal government.
It's also, oh my goodness. I don't know, but okay, no problem. Start talking. Maybe we can manage the audio.
Okay. The government of Nigeria is involved in terrorism.
Okay.
And until the people know it, there is nothing that will come out of it. If your federal government import terrorists to kill the citizens, how do you think Nigeria would be better? It's because of you that I'm talking, because I don't want to talk about Nigerian issue anymore. It's not a country. We hate ourselves so much. In the entire world, there is no government that will import terrorists to kill their citizens.
Nobody.
If not that they have agenda. So, like I see you telling about Engineer Baribe saying something or that,
Fulanis.
borrowed terrorists. If it's the government that brought them, it's the government that brought them. The agenda is to destroy and kill people. How long? How many people will they kill until we unite? We unite. Without unity, you cannot fight. South Sudan united to break out from Sudan. Without unity, nothing will happen. They will kill us all. And I'm not afraid to say it. Even if I die, trying to come to Nigeria to do what I want to do, I don't care. So until we understand Yoruba, Igbo will go, Yoruba this, Hausa this, because of lack of unity, they are using your money to buy you over, and you agreed Where is your education? Where is your common sense? America that we live enslaved black people through the Constitution. We the people, Martin Luther and JFK and all the rest of civil rights, with including white and black and all the brown and the black and brown and white, they united and the Constitution was reversed. We the people, which means there's no more slavery. Nobody, we are all equal. Women, white women were naked.
Okay.
And because of that, they changed it. The people that they called slave, descendants of slaves, they started voting and have right, even though that is not all that, but there's a progress. To the point that you see black and brown in the Congress, governors, president, and elected officials, which is to say that if you don't make a move to change the status quo, then there's a hidden agenda. That is why I'm trying to tell them, I don't even want to talk about Nigeria. If Nigeria remains the way it is, right, you saying that I have a friend that ran away from Nigeria to UK. They're saying, oh, I'm tired of saying Nigeria will be better. Nigeria, when will it be better? Nigeria will be better. You are still going through every year the same old thing. So until we realize the constitution in Nigeria as it is cannot bring change, whether P2B or Tinubu or anybody or Obasanjo come back, or Jonathan, as long as the constitution is there, they cannot change. And as long as they have agenda, they said Fulani State, they own Nigeria. And they own Nigeria until you people fight back, or we people fight back without discrimination of Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, South nonsense. We can never defeat them until we unite. D.Y. Johnson said, they carry your arms. Police cannot save you. Army cannot save you. Why is it that it's so difficult for the entire Nigeria to unite and say no to Fulani hegemony? That is my contribution. And I thank you for saying, to look being upright in your video. And that's my case.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your honest contribution. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Central Africa.
Central Africa Republic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Central Africa Republic. I think this is the first time of having a caller from Central Africa Republic.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think so. All right. Thanks for joining us. Your name, sir?
My name is Bless Ijechi.
Bless Ijechi. All right. All right. We really appreciate you joining us.
I tried to connect with you live, but I could not because of bad service.
Oh, so sorry about that. So before you go forward to make your contribution, how is Central Africa Republic?
Okay, good.
How is it in like the social amenities there, electricity, power, security? How is it over there?
In fact, the security here, fine, there's no problem.
Okay, no problem. All right, you have the mic. Talk to us.
Okay, what I have to say about the situation of Nigeria right now. What I notice is the country can never move forward if they continue to remain together. It can never. Hello?
Tell us your conviction. Yeah, you are with us.
I used to follow you whenever you're on live to hear your analysis and so many things. Okay. If you can notice how you started and how you are now, I think many things have changed. It's like
what changed?
You understand. Yes, that is what I noticed. It's like now you understand many things more than when you just started. Yes, okay. That is my observation.
Okay.
Come to your side. Okay. And how you are analyzing, in fact, how you are analyzing things is very excellent. I appreciate you. God bless you for doing all this.
Thank you for that.
Okay. If somebody is telling you that Nigeria can work, it's a lie. It can never work. You know, even those people that are fighting for Nigeria to be together, they don't know what Fulanese can do. Do you know if not to Russians, this Central African Republic, Fulani have already taken the nation? You know, they fight war, they fight Muslim and Christian. They killed and killed. But finally, they have surrendered. But secretly, they still killing. That is almost what is happening in Nigeria. All those people you see in Nigeria today, Fulanis, they have one agenda. Even if it is in Cameroon or anywhere, the same agenda they have. Those that are trying to make Nigeria to remain one, they are just beating in the bush. They know very, very well that one Nigeria can never work.
All right, sir. Before you exhaust your time, I have to ask you one question. I have not seen someone who answered the question for me. Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. Please, can you off your YouTube so that you can hear us better from here?
My YouTube is on. It's not on.
No, it's on. I don't want to hear from background there. It's clear now. I'm hearing you clearly now. So the question I'm asking you is that in 1914, Nigeria was amalgamated. Now,
okay.
Can you tell me the purpose? You know, there is nothing done on earth without a purpose. Can you tell me the purpose why Nigeria was amalgamated?
Okay. To my own understanding, the white men did it not to favor Nigeria, but for their own selfish interest.
Okay. For their selfish interest, what is that interest?
The interest is what is mostly what is in Biafra land. Because they know that Biafra people are wise people, very stubborn. For you to convince them is very, very hard. So that for them to accept you to continue to rule on them is very, very difficult. So what they did is to use the Northerners to suppress the West.
So that is your own thinking and belief to be the reason why Nigeria was amalgamated, right?
Exactly. That is what I think.
All right, no problem. I think I'm still seeking for further information because to me, I'm yet to see the reason why Nigeria was amalgamated. Though it is all about conquering, I know that all these, people who came to colonize us, they're after conquering people. But I want to know the particular purpose or where it was written down or where they came to conclusion. It is time, let us amalgamate these people so that this will happen. I'm still looking for it. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate your honest contribution. and stateless in Central African Republic.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you are calling from?
Gabriel. I'm calling from Benue State.
Gabriel from Benue State.
Yeah, I'm your friend, Gabriel.
Where particular are you calling from Benue State, Gabriel? Where are you now?
I'm calling from Igede land, Igede Kingdom.
Wow.
In Oju local government. In Igede, we have two local government. We have Oju local government and Obi local government.
Okay. So, I hope you are not afraid to answer some questions before you make your contribution.
No, I'm not afraid.
All right.
I'm old enough to take responsibility for whatever happens in my own state or in my country.
All right. Thank you for that courage. Now, how is Benue State?
Thank you. Benue is fine. It's fine today. Let me put it that way. It's fine today.
You don't know about tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right.
I don't know about tomorrow. Anything can happen. Nigeria is a mad country. Nigeria is not well.
All right.
Anything can happen.
All those villages that was deserted in Benue State, all those villages that the terrorists sacked, tell me, have they come back to their ancestral homes?
Not really. They are still in IDP camp.
They are still in IDP camp.
For example, like those TV area, mostly TV and parts of I think Agatu, right? Part of Agatu, IDP. They are still in they are still in refugee camp. They have not come back home yet.
Okay. What is your people's plan to bring them back?
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know. It seems there's no plan yet. It seems I don't know any plan now for sure. I don't know. But I think the governor is doing one or two things. But the power from above, just like somebody said, the power from that federal government is what is weighing everything down.
Okay.
Remember even Tinubu said, from what you have been saying before, Tinubu said that he cannot even stop this insecurity. The moment he's trying to stop this insecurity, they will kill him.
Yes, he said that.
There are people that are controlling Nigeria, and these are Fulanis. These are Fulanis. So there's no, the governor wanted to do one or two things, but the power above, overweigh him. That is what I can say for now.
It is well. All right, you have the mic. Talk to us.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for giving me the voice to talk to Nigerian. Many people have contributed a lot to this Nigerian insanity. Nigeria is not well. Let me just tell the whole Nigeria and the whole world. Nigeria is not well at all. This is not the kind of country we bid for. This is not the kind of country we pray to get. You understand? I love the way Fubara was talking that time. I love his courage. Nigeria is not well, and it will take only a person who is not well to redeem Nigeria. Yes, it will take only the person who is mad. As Nigeria is mad, a mad person too. It will only take that person to redeem Nigeria.
Do you think Nigeria is irredeemable?
Yeah.
Or is redeemable or irredeemable?
A reasonable person. They were talking about P2B. I'm even glad that P2B did not go as a president because they will mess him up.
He's too good.
They will mess P2B up.
He's too good to be in Asoro.
Who?
P2B is too good.
You're very correct.
No, he's too good to be there. No.
Exactly. It's too good.
You know, Nigeria doesn't need anyone who is good as Peter Obi. Remember Sanusi Lamido, when they restored him back to as an emir, right? I think it was emir they restored him that time. When they restored him and there was problem in Kano, I saw when they were interviewing some people that were protesting that Sanusi Lamido will not be our emir. When they asked him a question, why do you want to remove Sanusi Lamido? Why don't you want him to become your emir in Kano State? He said that because Sanusi is too good, because he behaved like a Westerner.
Oh my goodness.
He's learned, he's too learned. Imagine that foolishness that Northern people has or have. That he's too learned to become our leader here. So you don't even want person who is learned to lead you. Or what are you talking about? Stop. That is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. You know? So what I'm trying to say is that Nigeria is not well at all. And it will take a person who is not well too to redeem Nigeria.
To make it work.
That's what I just want to say. Yeah.
Anyway, for me, I think Nigeria is not redeemable. For me, it's my opinion. Everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion. I think Nigeria is not redeemable. And if we really have to tell ourselves the truth, it's going to be we coming to a table and said, okay, where is the boundary going to pass? Let everybody go their own separate ways. Let us go and fight our battles. Everyone should go and fight their own battles. Every region, I believe, have their own battles, have their own insecurity, have their own bad eggs and good eggs. But, you know, it will be very easy to fight these bad eggs without the power from Abuja. You just made mention of Sinilaye Fubara. And I was telling people that what is going on is not reverse crisis. It is a national crisis. It is yes, because Tinubu is the one who is giving orders, helping Wike, trying to, you know, get reverse, although it's already gone in their pocket. So they are trying to do all these things so that if they want to rig election in 2027, if Nigeria still exists, it's going to be very, very easy, a very hard to anybody. See, if Nigeria still like this, still exists in 2027, if anybody tells you that maybe these people want to join together, they want to win election or win Tinubu, tell them that they are fools. Which election? Which election? The one you are going to vote, I think the one they are going to declare.
I don't just.
These are the
now,
things.
Let's talk about terrorism.
Okay.
Let's talk about terrorism in Nigeria. You know, if Nigeria is a sensible country, if Nigeria is a reasonable country, the Buhari that brought all these terrorists in Nigeria will have been in jail by now. I don't know if you understand. But where is Buhari now? He's still moving free in Nigeria. He's still moving up and down free in Nigeria. He's the one that brought terrorism in Nigeria. He brought all these people. Remember when Buhari talked about one policy called visa on arrival? You still remember that policy?
Yeah, open border for all these terrorists to come in.
Exactly. How can a reasonable man, how can a reasonable president ask people to come into a country before giving them visa or maybe before processing their visa? Those are the plans, those times, but it's like they cover our eye, they cover our ear, they cover our heart. We could not even know what. Although I love my governor that time, you know, Otom. Even though my people here in Benue, they don't like him much, but Otom was very vocal. He knew what is happening.
Yeah.
The way Nnamdi Kanu do talk is the way Otom, you know, Samuel Otom do talk that time.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, he was vocal when they brought Ruga in. He was the one that was vocal, said there's nothing like Ruga in this country, in the States. When they brought, you know, all this nonsense policy by Buhari, just
and because of that, yeah, because of that, the powers that be met. When they met, they said this man must go. That
exactly.
Yes, this man, even when he contested for Senate. Otom did not win ordinary Senate because the powers that be don't want him there. Now, they removed PDP from they removed PDP from Benue State because of that, and they brought a Reverend Father who is telling the whole world that there is no insecurity in Benue State, while people are dying like flies, people are dying like chicken. It's so pathetic.
The same father is not even, the same father now is powerless. He cannot even do anything because Fulani say that they are the one that institute him. They are the one that puts him as a governor. And whatever they say, that is what he will do.
You understand?
That is why to reinstate, to bring back those IDP camp people is not possible for now. You understand? So they still have some levels of power controlling in the states. Because the power from Abuja is too overwhelming. You understand? It's terrible here. In Nigeria as a whole, it's terrible. I think, but I cannot call any organization like UNO, AOU, whatever, to come and help us here. We are the one to stand up against this injustice. We are the one to stand up against, we the people of Nigeria are the one to say enough is enough. Because most of all these international organizations, their interest to steal from us and to loot from us is still there too.
Yeah. That is right.
So thank you so much for giving me a voice, okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate it. Please be safe and always give us information as usual from Benue State, okay?
All right. God is with us.
We really appreciate. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Okocha, sorry, I had to call back. This is Madam Origin. There are a few things because, like I told you, when you are awake, they are awake.
Okay.
What we are here today is to, as much as possible, educate the people. There are so many lies told to us. A lot of them we swallowed it and we even say it unconsciously. Because one of the things that called said Fulani owns Nigeria. I say capital rejectment. There's a friend that says that. I say with a capital rejection. This is what is sold to the people, and people just talk like they echo back what the system wants them to say. And unconsciously they are conditioning themselves to the evil and accepting evil, and they are joining their oppressors to oppress themselves.
Okay.
There is no such thing. Let me tell you, Nigeria, as it is right now, it has 371 tribes, 500 languages. The houses, as at the time this survey was done, at 25%. Yoruba is at 21%. It was, though I know is a lie, because when they deceived and they did all manner of things to tell some Igbos they are not Igbos, and some of them cousins are no more cousins, brothers are no more brothers. Anyway, Igbos are 18%. Fulani that this man confessed on Nigeria is 6%. Okay. So how did a normal Nigerian that drank water from Nigeria, or maybe speak a Nigerian language or the language of the people, say that Fulani own Nigeria? You see how we ourselves.
Yeah, I really understand what you said. Actually, they are. I don't even know what to use. Whether it's minority or they are they are supposed to be the least. In fact, they are the least in population. You understand? But what the guy was trying to say, though he was wrong to say that Fulani owns Nigeria, you understand? He was wrong. What he was trying to say is that, like, as small as these people are, the whole emir in the north are all Fulanis. The whole president from the north that have ruled Nigeria are all Fulanis. The whole people in the helms of affairs in Nigeria are all Fulanis. So that was the angle the guy was coming from. But I totally reject the assumption that Fulani owns Nigeria. So I understand what you said.
The oil in the south and southeast, they are controlling. Let's forget now that this guy that has no name, no root, has come to, I don't know what he and them are doing, was belonging to the Fulanis. They are controlling. If you say they are controlling, I agree, but they don't own, because as we speak, Nigeria is made up of 371 tribes, and those tribes are autonomous before the conjunction. Yeah. So what I'm saying in essence is we are here to educate ourselves and to debunk and to see how we can remove all these lies. Right. See, it is a system they are using. When El Rufai said the first 20 years, they have completed the first 20 years, they are into the second 20 years, wherein they want to, swallow themselves up, not the indigenous people of Nigeria. You see, what happened during the lie they called, how they came to mop up and destroy the indigenous people of Nigeria, where they staged the war. That war was never to happen. It was sold through lies. There is nothing in the Biafra war that is a truth. But at the end of the day, they did what they did. That is why I feel so sorry. Sorry for all these so-called elites, the Igbo elites, the Southeast, South elites, the Southern elites, and the millionaires and billionaires. When Zik was trying to, pad up so that things will, let's keep it like this, let's keep it like this, and they sweep them off their feet. What happened? Every wealth that they were protecting was all taken from them. And they gave them 20 pounds. And that thing is called, let me tell you exactly what that is. It is a system. The two things they use is, number one, they take education from you, they brainwash you, and then they remove all your resources, and they call it whatever they call it. At the end of the day, everybody will answer Babi Allah. You carry plates. They did it after the Biafra war. They were lining the people up. You see how we have this gas, no gas. People were lining 3 miles to wait for gas. That was how people were lining up back in those days to collect food, because everything is taken from them. That is what is, they succeeded that in the north. That is why when you get to the north, you see everybody is carrying plates, begging money, begging food. But because the Igbos were resilient, they keep telling their children, they refuse to stay in the line. They refuse to answer Babi Allah. They refuse to answer Al-Majiri. They started working hard. They started piecing themselves together. Someone that has $1 million was given 20 pounds. They survived. But I don't know if this generation is going to survive. I don't even know what system they are using now in order to complete their agenda. Go and search what El Rufai said. It said 2020. They are on their, because they are on their second 20 line to complete what they are doing. If we are wise, the only way to stop them is to dismantle this thing, this system. So long as we go to the polls, there has never been an election, the only 2 elections that were fair, credible, that the people stood and made sure their votes counted, was taken from them. Number one was, what's his name, in the June 12th? Abiola, yes. They took it in the presence of everybody, they took it away. The second one is Peter Obi. They took it. So who is ever talking about credible election? It will never happen. Even if everybody comes out let all Nigerians come out and vote. They will make sure it does not count. The out is to dismantle this to your tent, O Israel. I have given you a list of what happens. Even these people that we are calling, they are not answering. The Europe, they will tell you, go and sort yourself out. We sorted ourselves out. So we have to figure out how to sort ourselves out and dismantle this quagmire. The Imo State bomber will not do it for the Imo people because he is eating and he is a mercenary. Don't wait for the mercenaries. Everyone that is elected in the office in Nigeria is a mercenary. They are the ones that are buying their own people. I don't care what position you have in Nigeria. So long as you're elected, you say you are selected inside that office. You are a mercenary because you're collecting House of Rep, you're collecting 23 to 29 million a month. Does that not tell you that you're wicked? You're a mercenary because you will not allow that 29 million you're collecting a month to go away from you while your people are suffering. So everyone elected in Nigeria is a suspect. They need to all resign. Resign and go to your homes, go to your tribes, and piece your people together and bring them together, and they will survive. The rest is there.
Thank you so much, Madam Origin. Thank you for your honest contribution.
Thank you.
All right. Hello.
How are you, Mr. Okocha? How are you doing?
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. I'm fine. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, it's good morning from here. I'm calling from Massachusetts. That is a state in the United States.
All right. Your name, sir?
Yeah. Chris, I just told you.
All right. Thanks for joining us. I'm fine. You have the mic.
Good. Good. It's nice to once again be on your program. I think I've called in a couple of times, but I'm always at the background, and enjoying your analysis.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
You have been one very good, interesting character in, giving justice to topics that is particularly those that is mitigating against the unity of Nigeria. I see how much you have invested interest in to see that we all move forward, the country move forward. But it is just quite unfortunate that with all the efforts you and a few others have put in back home there, and nothing is working. And I myself and perhaps many others have agreed that it's never going to work. And again, you just introduced again this morning another interesting topic regarding the amalgamation. If what the amalgamation was actually meant for, is it for why it's dangerous, or perhaps what was intention?
Exactly. What was the intention?
Yeah. I think the people, the colonies that have, putting us together, I think did some good job in one way. I know that everything they did was just for their own interest. But in one way, there is something they did that is very, very interesting.
What would that be?
And that is the 100 years they put as, a target. And within this limit of time, this for their own purpose, but they have given us one year, warranty, that if it doesn't go well, I think we should have it ourselves. this, because this is what they instituted for us. And they did that in order to, because it's cost effective for them, And if they do not do that, I think it's going to be very, very expensive and dangerous for them because of all their intended reason for, bringing us together. You get it? So they have a unique way because of the knowledge that was available to them more than we do, even though that our leaders then do not have mutual agreement. It's obvious they saw it, but they thought perhaps they were listening to people who have a better narrative and people who presented, better argument to our unity. Okay. So they believed. Without them thinking or critically looking at the other sides and the other intricacies, Okay. So it's just quite unfortunate that they were not able to reason, further before we came. And let me tell you something, Okocha. But for the fact that these people have done what they did, and it's left for us, and we have really done so much in the past with the conferences that were instituted. And what was the reason for those conferences that were instituted? The reason is Nigeria, so far, both of those conferences, particularly that of Jonathan, was very comprehensive, was very direct, was everything we need to do as a country if we are going to be one, is there. But yet what happened? Because of these colonists, they have instituted their idea, and the people they use, particularly in the first instance, decided that, to put this conference, these findings and these things that will bring our unity together, they decided to put it in the archive, and maybe they have forgotten it or truly they will, who knows. So, and because of our lack of refusing to implement those things means that is the only thing that give us this signal. And that's why many people come to the conclusion that there is no Nigeria. Nigeria will someday, no matter how we patch it, no matter what we do now, has already collapsed. But it will come to, the prayer is that we shouldn't have to really damage ourselves again. But you can see that it's gradually, the deeds have been done, but we're just waiting for something that will erupt and bring total damage. I hope we do not damage ourselves, I don't know why Nigeria, particularly at this time, is afraid of disintegration. And I said, the better we disintegrate, the better we will be to ourselves, and better unity will be formed if we can honorably break ourselves and go our way. That's it. I think that's the solution. There's no other solution to all this. Anything you see us doing, they're just, people are just, the present government are just, performing. It's just a drama they're doing right now, every day. Just like the Nollywood, yes, in Nigeria. Every day they act a new thing. So that's what is just currently going on. We don't have anything to write home about the country. Nigeria is gone. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
So unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's all right. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Let's have our next caller. All right. This is already 2:45 p.m. Nigerian time. I appreciate everyone for joining. So we're about to receive our last caller. Thereafter, we'll call it a day till midnight. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, brother.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that very well. Your name and where you are calling from.
This is Stephen calling from Italy.
Okay, Stephen calling from Italy. Hi, Italy.
Thank God.
All right. What part of Italy are you calling from?
The Lombardia is Milan, but I'm in Mantova.
Okay, Mantova. I think Mantova is not Veneto.
No. That's what I told you. Lombardia.
Mantova is under Lombardia. Wow. All right.
This one is Verona.
Yeah. That is right. You are right. Okay, you have the mic. Thanks for joining us.
I've been watching you sit and I've been listening to your program. You are almost accurate. You are not biased. One thing about Nigeria is gone. So if anybody is saying there is Nigeria, that person is the people that they want to oppress, they want to be in position to do what others are doing to them. That's the only people that believe in Nigeria, and that's the only people that want Nigeria. Number two is the amalgamation they did to Nigeria. The amalgamation is all about their own interest.
Okay.
But the interest, I mean the British, but they didn't show that interest of that amalgamation thing. But when independent, that is when they themselves they now realize the meaning of that amalgamation. Because that is maybe 2 years before the independence. That is when they discover. So now they now discover that these people, they have made a proposal of independence, and now they have discovered oil. So in order for them not to say, okay, we are not going to give you people independence again, they now see the amalgamation is there. And number two is they understand the Northerner more than us, more than we the South. So because they understand that these people, they are not afraid of death. That is the reason why when they did that election, that is the reason why they rigged that first election to the Northerner. That is when they gave the power to the Northerner. As they are giving the power to the Northerner, and we should be very careful about this British because they are very cunning. What they will do with the South, or the meeting they will do with the South, the West, and the East, they will now go at the back and have another meeting with the Northerner. That is when we started having all these people when they gave us independence. Purposely, they are using the South money to feed the Northerner. As they are giving them the power, they let them know that this doesn't belong to you. But we have given you the power. And if anything happens, we are there to back you. We are there to encourage you to come in. That is how they manipulated the whole thing from the beginning. And when something starts in a dirty way, there is no how you can start something with corruption and you say you don't want corruption. That is what led to all these things. Because Bababu Akitoye once said that the South, it's not that we, the South, are corrupt, but the Northerner, that they are corrupt if they give the Southerner money, and if they rejected it, they will manipulate their own people against them to take them off from that seat. So when our people are now seeing that they are using power of money to do all these things to them, that is the reason why they now say, okay, there is no how they will follow them. So they purposely amalgamate Nigeria together for their own interest, for British interest. Then when the interest will now come out is when they discover that there is oil. So they now seal everything off. That is the meaning of that amalgamation. Then when we now talk of this corruption of a team, how they don't want Nigeria to break is still the problem of we the South. Because we the South, the Southerners, we are greedy. They know the truth. Everybody knows the truth. But because of, in one way or the other, that they have corrupt them, and every one of them should come out and speak. They will use EFP, they will use police, they will use ICC, they will make sure everybody are after them. So that is the reason why they themselves did not, okay, let us continue with the system. They themselves, all of them, they knew that Nigeria has expired. But for them to, I'll say, is the problem. And the thing is even affecting them. But for them to talk, for police, ICPC or EFCC to go after them is the problem. That is the reason why they themselves, they say they should continue. And they themselves, they are even realizing now that the agenda of these people is to dominate them. People has been coming out, they say that this Boko Haram of 18 is a political motivator, it's a political thing. Every one of them knew that they want the power to be with them alone. That's the reason why they are using all these terrorists to intimidate, to make people to be scared, for them to dominate everything. But we the South, until we do on our step, on our toe, and say no, enough is enough. That this country must come to an end. But if they don't do so, if after this Tinubu, I don't think after Tinubu there is nobody from the South that can be president again. That is what they are fighting after now. That is what, because they are born to rule. That is what they say. And they said election, the majority have the vote. So if after this Tinubu, if Nigeria still remain, nobody from the South will be able to be the president of Nigeria. And when they have started that, Nigeria is totally gone. They have put Nigeria under, Nigeria has now even become a Fulani country. So that is my own contribution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and contribution. All right. Thank you, everyone who really joined me this afternoon. I appreciate you. Please kindly do well to join me at night in our another broadcast where we'll talk about the state of our nation and the next move. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and everything.
That went to Zaria, and there is even a letter to that effect informing them that we are coming, and we are coming this time around specifically on the issue of the helicopters. Therein, we are provided with all the technical details of these helicopters. Technical details. As of then, one of the helicopters just clocked 42 hours, another one 46 hours, thereabout. And this helicopter, for it to have a turnaround maintenance, must clock about 10,000 hours. So we know what we are talking about. I'm pained because as a result of this, a lot of people have died, Nigerians have died, soldiers have died, who are desirous of having these helicopters. And we even told them, they even provided to us the maintenance they've done thus far. One was about 500 and something thousand, another was about 500 and something thousand. And we told them, okay, since this is a government property, and it's another government establishment that is interested, because the argument they were giving for auctioning it was because it was not being put into use. Now a government institution have come over to say, okay, we want it. Something as very important as that. No proof, not documented. They are just telling us that an auction took place, this. You can't even remember who the people, you can't even remember your own constituents. Federal Ministry of Aviation, you can't even remember who came. Something is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, most likely it was just a charade.
Said the auction of the 2 helicopters was conducted successfully on the 24th